think almost all the communities are completely bilingual, fluent in English. And I think that just building relationships and kind of treading the path to the next volunteer.
Well, we've been always told in training that we are the pioneers, and so we are the pioneers. And I think we've laid the groundwork for the next volunteer to come in to transition smoothly. That is a big deal, I think.
We've just been very hands-on with everything, trying to help all the other groups that have came after us, make sure that they're successful and giving them as many tips. And just being like the bigger brother and sisters that they need. So I think it's been very helpful.
CII-8 has helped people reflect a lot on their experience.
I think we've really helped pave the way for future volunteers, and I think Roadshow has been a huge accomplishment for us.
The many wonderful things that my group has done, Trevor's project of building the septic tanks, and Carrie's Outside the Lens project, which is taken it to the next level, and the road shows, which many people have been involved with. These are something that is going to be so beneficial for the next upcoming group. So I'm really proud of my group for having done all these things that will leave a legacy for the upcoming volunteers.
We were the official guinea pigs for the community-based training. I think that was a big impact on how training changed and how it's changed since us. I think we really helped shape that process.
I think CII-8, we are just a very inquieto group. So I think that we have been incredibly vocal, and that's led to just a lot of collaboration in terms of training, even in terms of how we carry out medical stuff. It's allowed the post to grow in a way that's, I'm sure it's sometimes annoying for admin, but really, in the end, a great result when that collaboration happens. And in terms of site, I think that all of us we're really hard on ourselves. I'm sure that's true at every post around the world, but it means that we've pulled off some pretty amazing projects, whether short-term or long-term, and I'm so excited for this COS conference.
Branching out into the pueblos, I think, has had a big impact, because I know a lot of the pueblos where we work were the first Americans to be there, so I think it's had a big impact on having Colombians understand what Americans are like and kind of being cultural ambassadors in that way. So probably just branching out into pueblos and affecting the population of Colombia that might otherwise or wouldn't have otherwise had contact with people from the United States.
I think overall CII-8 has had a positive impact on Colombia, coast of Colombia. I think looking at all the different projects that everyone's doing, for example, like Trevor and Eli's septic tank project, I think that's going to have a lasting impact for years and years. Maya's project of developing projects for peace and how to create a more peaceful environment, how to analyze your thoughts, how to meditate, and how to be more mindful. I think that's going to have a huge impact. And I think just all of CII-8 just being here and being out and about in our communities and just sharing our culture and be willing to learn from Colombian culture. I don't think everybody in the coast is going to be fluent in English, but I think that everybody's going to remember who we are and remember that we were here to help them, and I think they're all going to remember that we were here trying to do some cool stuff.
I guess that remains to be seen.